But you're telling me he somehow managed to get everyone in his hometown to get involved and join his cult.
Yo, what? Yo, all right, now it's corny. Now I get it. Now it's corny. He got his whole town to join a cult, bro. What the worst piece of fiction by Nenjuno.
The worst piece of fiction. Not even close. Juichika no Rokunin makes other fictional stories like Rent a Girlfriend look like an Oscar award winning series. This manga has got to be the most disgusting, horrible, and unserious creation I've had the
Damn, nigga, it's that bad. Damn.
service of laying my eyes upon. And the reason I'm even making this video is because the profile picture I have on my YouTube channel is based on the main character of this manga. And when I was trying to explain, the profile picture I have on my YouTube channel is based on the main character of this manga. And when I was trying to explain to a friend the plot and story of it after not reading it in years, I was thinking that I actually sounded so ridiculous to the point that I was completely questioning what I was even talking about and why I even started reading this series at all. Because when you just hear this story described to you, it sounds so absurd, like it makes zero sense at all. I stopped reading it at some
So what's that about, nigga?
point because I just couldn't deal with how bad it was getting. But I found out not too long ago that the series had concluded with a total of 232 chapters of straight carnage. So I recently did the displeasure of
Getting lobbed in the air and smacked is so crazy.
rereading the whole manga start to finish. And bro, let me tell you, the story ain't get any better. In fact, it gets even worse. And for y'all to see for yourselves just what we're working with, here's a synopsis of the story in the first chapter. So this manga is about this guy Aruma Shun, and at 12 years old he is getting ruthlessly bullied by this group of 5 kids in elementary school, with their leader being this psychotic ass boy named Shigoku Kyo. And these aren't your typical elementary school bullies. No. Not only does he get physically beat up, this man was getting shot by BB guns, forced to drink some of the most disgusting concoctions ever.
Is that worms in the water, bruh? Ew, brother. He got worms in the water. Oh, dirt juice. Oh yeah, that's OD. Not gonna lie, you gotta slime this thing out. You gotta do him the worst, bro. Look at his eye. Look at how much expression is in this nigga eyes while he's giving you this nasty ass cancer ass water. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, some niggas like this, bro. Some niggas, bro. You low key just gotta RKO and just like put to the ground, bro. You gotta put this nigga to the ground, bro. Cause I can't even fathom doing something like this to nobody but niggas doing that shit. And he called that shit dirt juice. Ain't shit juicy about that, bruh.
Created with fucking bugs in it, but he was also getting this done to him.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, you might actually have to. I should put him. I should like RKO him. You might have to just eliminate that nigga, bro. GTA. The dirt juice was already bad, but that's overly OD. I cannot cap with niggas.
Dog. Whose devilish ass kids are these? And their leader Shigoku is by far the worst one out of all of them. I'm being so serious when I'm telling y'all this guy is the embodiment of Satan's greatest soldier. You know when you ask kids what they want to be in the future, they usually say something along the lines of they want to go to space, become a doctor, or nowadays they want to be a streamer or YouTuber and have aura like me and Marlon. This kid Shigoku at the age of 12 said with a straight face and with full seriousness that he wanted to become the first murderer.
I thought I changed it. My fault.
The first murderer without a reason or motives.
Bro, what the hell? What does that even mean? Nigga said the first murderer without a reason or motive. But low-key, that in and of itself is a reason or motive. Because if you want to slime niggas out for no reason or motive, the reason or motive for sliming niggas out was for the reason of having no reason or motive. So low-key, that shit is dumb as hell. Like up front, and if you think about it. So I don't know what's wrong with niggas. That don't make no sense. Bullying is genuinely so corny. No cap, bro.
What? This is the bullshit that them white kids be saying to motherfuckers before a school shooting happens, and the parents will be like, oh, we didn't see the signs, when their entire personality are them corny dark psychology videos on YouTube. And then these 4 dumbasses are just following him. Like, gang, never listen to this guy. What is wrong with y'all? But despite the fuckery that
soon after I became a 5th grader, I started being bullied by these 5. I don't understand why they did it. It just suddenly happened.
Ruma has to deal with at school school, he still has some light in his life as he's got a good and loving family with a younger brother that he deeply cares for. So he tries his best to put up this facade around his family that nothing is wrong and that he's doing just fine at school. But then one day, for absolutely no reason other than for the complete love of the game, the leader of the bullies planned and staged an entire car accident in which he ended up sliming out both of Ruma Shun's parents. And then after the
what the hell, bro?
car crash happened, opened the door to the backseat of the car, and he beat Shun's 6-year-old brother with a rock he found on the ground, and then lit the car on fire.
Yo, what the hell, bro? I ain't never heard no shit like this in anime ever. I've never heard nothing like this ever in life. Actually, that's cap. But in anime, I've never heard nothing like that, bro. What the hell?
Placed Shun's brother in a coma for the unforeseeable future. So after this entire incident, Shun goes to live with his grandpa in the mountains, which his grandpa so conveniently turns out to be a Japanese Secret Service soldier from a group called the Kitayama Corps during World War II.
Oh, I'm right knowing what's about to happen, chat. So basically, he's gonna tap in with his grandfather. He's gonna learn the sacred arts. He's gonna learn all the ways to slime niggas and do niggas the worst way. And then he's gonna spin back and murk all them niggas. And then, you know what I'm saying, the Japanese government is gonna catch on to what he did to like the bullies. So they're gonna track him down, and he's gonna escape, become the strongest nigga to ever exist, and then fry everybody. And that's the story. Okay, that sounds kind of hard if you ask me. Like, I should look you write some manga, no cap. That was looking kind of hard. In my personal opinion, I look you fried just now, no bullshit.
Too. And because of his time there, he has knowledge on the most brutal ways you could kill and torture a person. And when Shun told his grandpa what happened, his grandpa was like, bet, let me train you. So for a few—
What I say, watch it. Everything I just said is gonna fully play out. Watch, look.
years, he stayed with his grandpa who trained this man Shun so that he could exact his revenge on his bullies for what he did to his parents and his brother in whatever way he wanted. And that's how the first chapter goes. Now,
I told you.
I'm not gonna lie. Back then, I was intrigued by this beginning and I wanted to see where it went. But looking at it now,
I'm intrigued now, bro.
This shit was just a really stupidly dark and corny story about revenge. And I don't know how I didn't stop reading after like the—
Hey, bro. All I'm saying is if I was bro, I would have been on the same time. And like realistically, if I was like 13, 12, however old he was, I would be on the same type time. And so like, I can't even call that shit corny. Like the story itself, maybe, but the character, nah, bro.
First 30 chapters, because the way that the main character exacts his revenge on these bullies is through the most gruesome torture methods I've seen. If I were to go into detail how Shun tortured and killed some of these bullies, I think my video would deadass get demonetized right away. Also, I can't defend
I mean, like, I don't know what he did, obviously, but if a nigga slime out your parents and beat up your brother with a rock, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's only so many like too far things you could possibly do to people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, know what I'm saying? If he boomed them, maybe like cut off some arms, like some fingernails. No, like insane stuff, but that's not even insane. They slimed out his parents, bro. But if it was like, I don't know, some worse, whatever could be worse, then I guess. But not a lot's worse than that, bro. He used shaving razor on someone's skin. That's calm, bro. They be alright, bro. They tough, right?
Shun's corny nature, because this dude will not shut up about this goddamn revenge in needing to kill someone.
I ain't gonna lie though. His freeforms is low-key tough as hell. The hair coming down right here, all over everywhere, bro. That shit low-key hard. I can't
in needing to kill someone. Like, gang, for a second, shut that shit up. After,
bro, it sounds corny, but you gotta realize his parents got slimed out by his bullies and his brother got beat up with a rock. Like, who's not gonna be edgy after that? Like, realistically, that's a traumatic ass thing to be like witness and like hear about. Mind you, he was getting bullied at school. His only safe space was now gone because his bullies took them out. Like, I would act crazy too, bro. Realistically, I would be on some nut shit, bro. And you can't even blame niggas. My family just got slimed out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it sounds like he's only like has animosity to the people, to the bullies. So like, that's kind of fair. If it was to the world, and like that's kind of corny, but to the bullies, like, hey, me personally, bro, that low-key makes sense.
Like 60 chapters or something, he ends up smoking the first 4 bullies with Lil.
It's like Sasuke, bro. People call Sasuke corny, but his whole entire family got slimed out. And then he got put in a genjutsu to watch his full family get slimed out 500,000 times. Bro should have been edgier, to be honest. So, like, niggas complaining about Sasuke Ain't nothing to complain about with Sasuke, bro.
No effort, but the majority of the manga, unfortunately, ends up being a whole dragged out journey to kill the leader and the one who started everything. And I gotta spin back on Shigoku because he's got to be the most evil and most insane manipulator I've ever seen. He makes people like Light Yagami seem like sunshine and rainbows. At least like
he do?
Thinks he's trying to do the right thing and trying to bring justice. Shigoku, on the other hand, is just harming motherfuckers for absolutely no reason. The crimes this dude commits are so egregious and insane.
Wait, is that the same dude or a different dude? Am I bugging? What happened to his free forms?
That
He got older, his hair grew.
This man with multiple life sentences or even the death penalty don't even come close as punishment for what he does throughout the entire series. You know it is an issue when a police inspector begs the main character to slime this man out. Shigoku's entire personality is pain and death is fun, and he tortures for the love of the game, which at first glance is really disturbing, but also so unbelievable.
Pain and death is fun. Oh yeah, now he low-key bugging. Now he's bugging OC.
Throughout the entire series. You know it is an issue when a police inspector begs the main character to slime this man out. Shigoku's entire personality...
A police inspector begged to slime him out? That's crazy.
Is pain and death is fun, and he tortures for the love of the game, which at first glance is really disturbing, but also so unbelievably corny. Oh my god. This is who the people that say they punch metal lockers for fun think they are. Like, gang, we can't be serious right now. It doesn't help either that bro has some of the craziest plot armor I've seen too. He ends up starting an entire cult with so many individuals and enables them to do just the most wicked shit ever. But you're telling me he somehow managed to get everyone in his hometown to get involved and join his cult.
Yo, what? Yo, all right, now it's corny. Now I get it. Now it's corny. He got his whole town to join a cult, bro. What the? Were they boom niggas? So basically, he has a gang. Basically now. Oh nah, bro.
And that this motherfucker got away with it for years. How is the law enforcement?
He be ripping people's skin off and put a torture device in a dude's dick hole. Oh. I ain't gonna lie, it sounded like now the victims are outside of the original bully cast, so now he's bugging out. I can't lie, now it's corny. Before it wasn't, but now it is.
Non-existent. How is bro moving like Prime Bond, taking over an entire town with a cult of more than 100,000 people in it and getting away with this? With all that being said, I completely understand the main character. This motherfucker is pure evil. I would not let this man slide at all. And
I completed my preparation for my indirect killing spree during 5th grade in elementary. Each specimen... This nigga talking about some specimen. Oh yeah, bro, you already know what type of time he's on. Any nigga who unironically refers to the human race or the humans as specimens, you already know, bro. They're in the head, they're already gone. They're already tapped, bro. You already know. Each specimen arranged according to their different personalities. Like what, bro?
Slide at all.
Each specimen.
Oh, and some of these panels where Shun is just going crazy are low-key valid. I would crash the fuck out too. But even though
but you were just hating on him though. What the hell? You see y'all niggas move, bro. What the hell, bro?
Found the art of his character pretty decent. That alone still does not excuse it for being one of the most ludicrous stories I've ever seen. Because when you just take a moment to just sit there and think realistically about it, what do you mean an elementary school kid in the 5th grade plotted to slime out someone's parents for absolutely no reason, which then caused another 12-year-old to train in the mountains and was taught every single way to kill a person? This is the scenario. 5th grade plotted to slime out someone's an elementary school kid in the 5th grade plotted to slime out someone's parents for absolutely no reason, which then caused another 12-year-old to train in the mountains and was taught every single way to kill a person. This is the scenario that motherfuckers who wish they were someone like Ayano Koji wishes they were in. This shit just sounds so unbelievable and bizarre. I can't even take it serious.
I mean, no cap, it was anime though. You know what I'm saying? Anime and fiction is meant to sound bizarre. You know what I'm saying? So that don't even sound crazy. Like, the story sounds crazy, but the bizarreness of it and correlation to it being a story is low-key not that crazy.
Address the biggest elephant in the room. An extreme
long nose ass nigga, big horn ass nigga, fat ass nigga, raw wave ass nigga, flappy ears ass nigga.
An extremely big issue that this manga has is that there's just so many scenes of someone getting SA'd, and it's so unnecessary and uncomfortable. It was one of the main reasons why I even dropped this series in the first place. If the author was weirdly obsessed with drawing and having female characters getting SA'd the entire series, it would probably be 5 times better than it is. There is also actually negative character development from anybody in this entire series, because every single scene seemingly important supporting character to the story just ends up getting tortured or killed off. There was this one detective female character that they were hyping up after the time skip, more on that later, and NPCs were straight glazing her in her introduction, only for her to get bodied from a big ass hammer near the end for absolutely no reason. However, there's
Oh yeah, that's racist. Nah, you thought I was gonna see a nigga? Hell nah. Why you make this nigga lips so big, bro? Why the hell they make this nigga lips look like that, bro? His lip look like a damn basketball, bro. Oh hell nah.
for absolutely no reason.
Is that Jason Tatum? Why is Jason Tatum in a bell?
Near the end for absolutely no reason. However, there's one thing I want to talk about before I start wrapping this video up. Let me talk about the chapters that completely made me lose all interest in wanting to continue this series in the first place. After Aruma slammed out the fourth bully, this man Shigoku shows up at his brother's hospital room, casually talking to him. Now look, I don't know about y'all, but if I knew someone as dangerous as Shigoku knew where my brother was in the hospital, I am forcing my family out of the country and making sure they cannot find them. That should have been his first instinct, but no, this brain dead ass main character lets his brother get kidnapped, causing the first showdown between Aruma and Shigoku. And throughout this entire encounter, Aruma Shun put up the most Tony Snell performance I've ever seen. There was a point when Shun's grandfather showed up and I thought they were going to put belt to ass on everyone in the room.
Wait, him and his grandfather, who was like tough as hell, basically, they got clapped by who?
Rescuing
Who was the ops?
his brother from Shigoku's hand. But then Shun just allows this man Shigoku to steal his brother right back from him.
You stupid nigga!
Shigoku then
Damn, they sorry, bruh. This man looks shocked. Aren't you Gart, bro? You suck too. Aren't you a mob boss? And you let this happen to your bro? What happened to his face? What the hell?
You stupid nigga!
Shigoku then has one of
face
his
is half
members of
gone.
his cult try to chainsaw the little brother to death. So then the grandpa sacrifices his life to save him, which ended up being in vain anyway, because right after, Aruma sees Shigoku kill his brother right in front of him. Bro, I have such an issue with this sequence of events, because this man Shun deadass lost everything important to him. I know some of y'all freaks in the comments gonna be like, but Ninjuno, he was pulling every female in the entire series. He bags all the baddies. Twin, no amount of poom poom is gonna fix the fact that his entire family is dead. The one time you get to see what his grandpa is made of, since he's the one who taught the main character everything he knows, he immediately gets killed off along with his brother, who just got out of a coma, by the way. That's horrible writing! And at the end of the encounter, Shigoku gets away, and Aruma ends up getting framed for the murders that happened. And then there's an entire time skip after he goes to prison for a few years, and he somehow developed amnesia. And that's the point where I stopped reading when I first read through it. Because if there's more to the story, it's gonna be more torture and SA scenes, and I didn't want to deal with all that. But due to the series ending,
Damn, low-key, like, his shit up there with guts, bro. His shit is John tragic, bro. That's tough.
I was curious to see how it played out from there. And it's what I expected. Motherfuckers were getting tortured, essayed for absolutely no reason. But most importantly, the thing that I did not see coming at all. You're telling me that these motherfuckers Shun and Shigoku used to be friends before all this? This has gotta be the worst written plot twist I think I've ever seen. The deadass went like this. Yo, you know we used to be homeboys for real, right? Here's the pictures to prove it. On everything I love, on my dead family, on my shorty you killed in front of me, that's AI. Yo, gang, if you don't believe me, then just put this shit on real quick. Oh yeah, I remember everything. He telling the truth. Gang, what is this? There was literally zero indication the entire series that these two had any history before.
Nah, that's a retcon. That's a retcon OD. And it's such a bad retcon because how the hell you forget you and somebody was friends? They look 5 here or 6. If I had a best friend when I was 5 and 6, I still remember that. Like, my first best friend ever from preschool, his name was Adam Green. I remember that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know y'all remember y'all first best friend too. You know what I'm saying? How do you not remember that? That's kind of crazy.
Or he was bullied. None at all. That has got to be the dumbest shit I've ever read. In conclusion, genuinely never read this manga. It is the biggest waste of time. The author got a unique art style, but please, never cook with the writing again.
Pull up on that block, we smoke that yayo. Pull up on that block, we smoke that yayo. That intro's tough too.